little crusts. Consists of grilled or toasted breads. The thought of their creation comes from medieval times when peasants didn't have plates, so they used crostini instead. So we want to oil these really nicely on the top. We're going to put them in the oven till they're GBD, probably about 5 to 7 minutes. 8 minutes later! Starting to get golden brown, bubbling. Crostinis are good to go. Good quality sourdough bread, roasted tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, chiffonade of basil, salt, pepper, and olive oil, burrata. What we're going to do is get our roasted tomatoes right on from side to side. I'm going to take this beautiful tomato oil and right over the top. And this goes back in the oven for another 2 minutes. A few moments later, we want to take fresh tomatoes, place them around, shove them all in. I'm going to take half this burrata, and then we're going to just peel and tear and set it around this bruschetta. Salt, and the basil all around, and then we'll take our other piece, do the same thing, get the tomatoes all in and around, get some burrata on there first, salt, basil. And now it's time for a sexy photo shoot. Breakfast crostini. Good sourdough, eggs, potato, bacon, your favorite hot sauce, butter, salt, and pepper. And now for the build. And get our shredded potato right over the top. And we're going to make a little well in the center. You'll see why in a second. We want these to be end to end. Then we're going to put some bacon on top because we want, as the bacon's crisping back up, for the fat to melt into everything and give it some good color. I know it looks like a mess now, guys, but when it's done, it's going to be beautiful. And then 1 egg cracked right in that little well in the center. And then this one we're going to put in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes too at 350 degrees. We'll give them 8 minutes. 8 minutes till the egg's cooked. That'll be delicious. Roasted red pepper chili jam. Cayennes, sliced for garnish, rough chopped for the jam. Roasted red peppers, brown sugar, vinegar, shallots, and salt. So to make our red pepper jam, if you gotten roasted red peppers, usually come packed in oil. Dump them all right in with the oil and everything. And then we're going to dump our shallots in. So we want this on a high heat to start because we want to get quick caramelization on the red peppers and the shallots, as well as our big cut cayennes. So we want to get high heat on these really quick, and then we'll add the rest when it starts to caramelize. You can hear them sizzling away. This is one of my favorite jams in the world. It's just like the flavor on it. Because you get the bitterness from the roasted red peppers, the shallots start to sweeten up, the heat from the cayennes, the acidity from the vinegar, and the brown sugar is what makes it a nice jam. So we cook that all down together, and then we wazz it up, blitz it up in a blender, and then smear it on everything. But today, just on the one thing. But in general, everything. It's like my favorite. This is the kind of food you want to share with your friends and with people. You know, like, yeah, I can make really nice scallops and they'll look nice on a plate and it's all fine and good, but this is the kind of food that, like, Crostinis, it's unapologetic, it's unabashed about it's toast. It's just like really fucking awesome toast. And why not share the really fucking awesome things with your friends that you can do all the time, as opposed to sharing like, oh, we're gonna have scallops this once. Like, no, we can have toast whenever you come over, with a good beer, with a nice wine, with water, like however you want to do it. But like toasts and crostinis, like crostinis are like, they're thicker, they got this chew to them, like they got that oil, crispy on the outside, like just unreal. And what's nice is that, like, if you have everything prepped out, you can pull it all together pretty quick. You know, your friends are coming over in 15 minutes, you're like, oh man, I got 15 minutes, and you're like, wait, I got these things. And as always, these are guidelines, you know, like you can throw whatever you want in this pot and make a jam out of it, you know, and put that with the fancy cheese and all that. But like, this is gonna be pretty dope. Awesome. You can see now, starting to caramelize a bit, right? And the smell, the onions have softened up. So it is this point we will dump our brown sugar. This is a loosely packed cup. Right in. And then 3/4 of a cup, your favorite vinegar. We got a really nice red wine that we make in house. Right in. Mix this all up. So you see it's liquidy now. We're gonna let this reduce by about half, and then we're gonna blitz it up and make jam. And then, because we don't have a dishwasher, now you're gonna see me like humbly go over and push dishes through. Take this, put it in our blender. On high. Probably blend it for a few more seconds. Sweet's thoughts, or moreover, my thoughts. This is my ultimate go-to for a quick dope meal. It's something to put together for parties that makes you look like you know it all. Fancy cheese on toast tastes best with a good rugby match and a cold pint of bitter. For the fancy cheese, for the OP cheese on toast, mascarpone, eggs, Dijon, black pepper, and your favorite kind of cheese shredded. Let's put together the cheese filling. So we're gonna put together the cheese filling now. Start off with 2 eggs, whole right in the bowl. Mascarpone, that's about a little over a cup in the bowl. Use that to collect crap. Dijon, this is about a little over a 1/4 cup, right in the bowl. Some black pepper, 2, 3 really good pinches, depending on how much you like black pepper. At this point, we're gonna start whisking this together so it's nice and smooth. So you see the black pepper flakes? And then we're gonna add all of our cheese. So this was about 2.5 cups of shredded cheese. We decided to go with Fontina today. Why? Because I like Fontina. So instead of whisking this up, what we're gonna do is fold this all together. Alright, because that's going to be the topping. We want the eggs because the eggs are going to puff up, the cheese is going to melt, it's going to be ooey gooey, but that, my friends, is what makes super fancy OP cheese on toast, posh cheese on toast, however you want to call it. What you want to do is take some of this jam, slather it all over this crostini. Slather, slather. Crostinis don't need to be anything except what they are, which is delicious. We're going to take our cheese mix, plop it right on the top. Try to get from end to end. Then we're going to take this and throw this in the oven until this is all GVD, bubbling, golden brown delicious. Fancy cheese on toast.